For now, I'm going to hand you to the wonderful Gary Gill and Martine Rose. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank
For
you.
anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Gary Gill, and I'm predominantly a hairstylist, but I DJ'd for many years. I run 2 small record labels for a few years, so music's always...
I did not know that.
Didn't you?
No. Well, now I do.
And so music's always been at the heart of everything that I've done, including my career, and I think as a hairstylist, and I think that's where, for me, doing hair and all my references always went back to music. Enough about me. I'd like to introduce Martine Rose, a national treasure.
Like Judi Dench.
Yes. And the designer's designer, I think.
Am I? Is that true? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks so
Thank
much for
you.
being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking me. But I sound very loud. I sound much louder than you. Am I?
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just to put it into context, me and Martine worked together for 10 years plus.
Yeah.
And I think the area that we always really vibed and the language we had, visual language, was always to do with street youth culture and music.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that was the thing that kind of kept us going over the years, wasn't it?
The driver.
Yeah.
It's definitely a main driver for everything that I do, along with other things that we can talk about when we go along. But yeah, I feel like our first sort of connection and real understanding of like what we wanted to achieve with visually it always came back to music.
Yeah. Some of the first references being punk, but it was never in a literal way, was it?
Yeah, it was always how can we take punk and like put it in through a funhouse mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that, funhouse mirror.
Yeah.
So we met for a coffee a few weeks ago, and you told me something I didn't know about you, that you were born in Bristol.
I was born in Bristol. You didn't know that?
I
I didn't know you had
that.
record labels, so there we go. I was born in Bristol, yeah.
And, when I think of Bristol, I automatically think music.
Yeah, it is. It's such a music city. I went up there recently. Yeah, when you think about what Bristol has produced in terms of the breadth of music, from Portishead to Ronnie Size, which I'll play, to Massive Attack. I mean, it's the Wild Bunch.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
Which was that was before Massive Attack.
Massive Attack, exactly. It was like a sound system, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And with the sound system, the whole sound system thing feels so on trend at the moment.
It
that
does,
seems like such a long time ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't die. It's still, because it's, I don't know, it's just there's something honest about it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's what we're doing, isn't it? It's like bringing people together around music.
And did you think, I mean, you were only in Bristol a short time, right?
Yeah, I left when I was 2, so I came
Bristolian
back to
accent?
London. Full Bristolian accent.
Really?
There's a tape of me talking to my mum, and I sound like a farmer. And I'm about to, and she's asking me what I had for lunch. And I said I had chips, and then they had something like. And when I met someone when I was working in Century when I was 24, and I sounded like I sound now, and she went, "Are you from Bristol?" And I was like, "Yeah." How do you know? She could tell there was something apparently in how I said. She could tell anyway. Yeah, so I did have a Bristolian accent when I was little, dropped very quickly.
And then you moved to London?
Back to London, yeah, or moved to London.
And your parents weren't from Bristol, right?
No, my parents met in London.
Okay.
Moved up there for my dad's work, and then my brother and sister went to secondary school. They hated it, so we're back in London as often as possible, because they were really into, they just were not into Bristol, because it wasn't actually Bristol, it was Thornbury. Okay. Which was really rural at that time. It's not so rural now. And I was born there and they moved back to London when I was 2.
Okay. And I always think, I mean, I grew up in Brighton, and that was a very kind of cultural city.
Yeah.
And I always felt that's, been under my skin. Do you feel like that about Bristol?
I do. I feel like, because we used to go back there all the time. I made friends there. So we used to go back to Bristol, even though I only lived in Bristol for 2 years. They feel like they were quite formative, because we went back all the time. And so I went out a fair bit in Bristol as I was getting older.
Right. So you felt could almost say that it was part of your DNA.
I don't want any Bristolians in here to be like, she's a fake Bristolian. So I don't know if I can claim it, but I like to claim it a little bit.
Yeah.
It is on my passport.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, born in Bristol, yeah.
Perfect. So one thing that we spoke about recently, which I was amazed by, which is kind of what kick-started us into this, was that you inherited your grandfather's record collection.
Yeah, so when you asked me to do this, I thought there was a million places that I could have gone because I love music. I'm obsessed with music, and there's honestly no genre that I don't like. I feel like there's amazing music in every genre, and I could have. And I've had various phases, but I thought a nice story would be to start with the inheritance of my granddad's records. So my nan and my granddad came from Jamaica, sort of bought a house for £2,000, fully furnished, all the furniture in it. They had to take the furniture actually for £2,000 in 1952, and they stayed there until they passed away. But it was a very central hub. I can't really put into words the warmth that was in that house. It was like, at the time, it was hard for black people to rent. So often they would rent out rooms to various people in the community. So it was like an open door policy, and it was just warm. You would get food. There was music all the time. It was very intergenerational, and it was the heart, and it became like a centre. And for me, growing up in that was just, I've realised that I just actually try and replicate that in everything that I do in some way. Yeah. We can talk about that anyway, I guess, as we get a bit further down.
Because I saw a design for a shirt, which was the Bristolian family tree.
The one that Rebecca's wearing, is it that one? We're all on that. It's the sort of friends and family, it's everyone, yeah.
And everything you've ever done, a lot of it's been about characters,
yeah,
community.
Yeah, I believe in it. I believe in it.
People living on the outside of.
Yeah, exactly. People on the periphery, people on the edges. I believe in community. I believe in the power of community and people coming together. So anyway, they sold the house after sort of 65 years of that sort of history last year. And I inherited loads of my granddad's records. And so I thought a nice place to start would be to maybe play some of those records that I grew up listening to. And then the arc would be how Jamaican music has made its way through the UK.
Yeah. Because also something else you said to me once was when we talked about reggae and ska and dub, you said it's kind of everything.
Yeah.
From a beginning point.
Yeah.
What did you mean? I know what you mean, but is that it's a really kind of big thing to say it's everything because it's a beginning point.
It's a beginning point because it is growing up in that particular household. Reggae, rocksteady, ska was it was always there. It was the backdrop and the sort of like the hook of everything. Everything centred around my granddad's records and records in some way after church or when my nan threw parties on a Saturday and it would be packed. And as a kid, particularly the first track that I'm going to play, and watching adults like play dominoes and slow dance together and being a kid and being like, oh my God, really get sort of, just dance together, and just watching that as a kid and sort of sitting on the floor and being around. It was just everywhere. So when I say it was everything, it was everything. Right, it wasn't something I chose. It was there, and for me that represented safety and love and something important. Yeah, it was a reason for people to come together. It was like something.
And now to have your grandfather's records, which would have been played at those parties.
Exactly.
Must be such a lovely thing.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it really is. It's such a privilege. And some of them, they haven't been played for maybe 30 years. Yeah. So, some of them I play and I'm like, it's just like, and I took it to a record shop to play them. And because I wanted to, I bought my sound system based on the records because I was like, I need to listen. And he put it on. He went, "This has just been played to death."
And what did you say earlier about the scratch? You know, when you
Jamaicans say.
Yeah, what do they say when you
the
put the
record fries? When you hit, you'll hear it when we put it on. It that beautiful crackle and that warmth, and it's sort of that anticipation of something coming on. And yeah, they say the record's frying.
So
it's nice.
Let's play the first track.
Yeah.
And this is a rock steady track as opposed to
This
ska.
is a really classic rock steady track, and it's just a great. Oh, a bit shaky.
That's the frying.
Yeah, that's the frying.
I mean, that track was incredible. I could just keep listening to that over and over again.
Yeah, it just reminds me of being it really, really takes me back to sitting on the floor in the living room and just watching adults' legs as they're dancing around the living room. Yeah.
Talking about rocksteady and ska, I mean, there's a difference. You know, ska's a little bit lighter and a bit more upbeat. Rocksteady's a bit soulful and a bit more heavy. Do you think?
Romantic. Yeah, a bit more groovy or something. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what the technical difference is. Ska has a much more like sort of, it has a classic skingit like beat. And a rocksteady is more, groovy.
It's a little bit more soulful, isn't it?
More soulful, exactly.
Because when I'm listening to that, I'm hearing a lot of soul in that.
It goes, I think, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a music historian, but I think rocksteady it flows into reggae.
It goes ska
and then rocksteady
and then reggae.
Exactly, yeah.
And I mean, ska and rocksteady originally coming from Jamaican folk music, mento, calypso, jazz.
Yeah.
You know, so distinctly Jamaican.
So distinctly Jamaican, yeah. Because equally, when I inherited my granddad's records, I got, I don't know, maybe 300 records, but maybe 150 of those were soul, old soul, Roberta Flack, James Brown, Wilson Pickett, all of that sort of stuff. So Jamaicans equally, they distilled that black American soul, and then turned it into this distinctly Jamaican thing that came after.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because during the Second World War, there were a lot of Jamaicans, Americans based in Jamaica.
Yeah.
They took a lot of the records back.
Yeah.
And then obviously a lot of Jamaicans moved to England, to Coventry and Birmingham and
Bristol.
London and Bristol.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know, at the time there was only really rock and roll. So it felt like, you know, this whole, not only the sound, but the look, the style was taken on so, you know, so well by, you know, the British youth.
Yeah,
it kind of became the new youth culture.
I have this theory that the reason subcultures have flourished so well in England, and this is not a proven theory, this is just a sort of sense of something, was because in America, the divides are very much along racial lines, right? It's very racial. In England, of course, you have the same divides, but we have a really rigid class system that I think is arguably more rigid than the race lines. So if you're working class black, working class white, working class Greek, you're growing up and you're going to the same schools, you're living on the same estates, and there's an opportunity for that to cross-pollinate much easier, because you're you know what I mean, you're just in each other's. So the black kids that were growing up first generation, and we'll get to smiley culture and that whole thing after, but the black kids they were growing up with white kids, with Greek kids, Turkish kids, everyone. So the influence was like quick and easy, you know. You can just see how it happened.
And I suppose visually, you know, when you think about mods and skinheads and rude boys or the British rude boy and suede heads, the style was really adopted, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Jamaicans are stylish.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
They came with a style. They really came with a style, really distinct style. Like, who wouldn't want to look like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking before that whole rude boy thing has never really gone away, has it? Everything. You still see it over and over again, and it still looks great.
Different versions of it, yeah. I completely agree.
Very stylish people.
Very stylish.
So my connection to ska and reggae and dub was going to punk gigs. Yeah. So, and every time you went to a punk gig, it was always warmed up with a DJ. It was a Rasta DJ, so they were playing dub. And, you know, I always felt like...
It's amazing that
those, when you think about going to a punk gig, you wouldn't think that those two worlds would coming together, but it always seemed like they were the kind of marginalised and outsiders, punk and
they were
Rastas.
talking about being the same issues. It was about oppression and about sort of raging against the system in some way. Yeah. And so, in a weird way, that's really coherent. Even if the sounds were quite different, but those sounds also fused. I mean, I've got a record here that we'll get to as well later.
And you know, then that led to the two-tone revival and ska, which you know was
huge
for me. Was massive. It was everything. It kind of pulled everything I love together. Should we play track number 2?
Yes. Which one is it?
Vikings.
Oh,
It's You.
Oh, so this is a really classic ska one. Well, it's not. It's a classic ska sound. When I was listening to my granddad's records, I'd never heard of this before. And when I Googled who the Vikings were, it was actually Toots and the Maytals, who is, most people will know, but before they were Toots and the Maytals, but you can hear the sound. Oh, there's no sound.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Volume. Volume, Gary.
I was getting so relaxed.
I got girl, you love me. I got to think.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the difference in that track. It was a lot more kind of on the up, wasn't it?
There's also a dance that I remember watching my grandparents do that was very. I'm not going to. God. Sorry. Sorry.
You're setting yourself up there
No,
talking about doing a dance.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do it because I do it terribly, but I do remember. But it was a very pacey dance to ska music, which actually
Skanking.
When you're yeah, exactly. It was very energetic. Which if you used to
Matt,
sort of
can you get another tequila? And we might get it.
If you used to dance, it's hard to imagine now. Being into dance music that is pacey because now that sounds really slow.
Yeah,
it sounds. But actually, when you see Jamaicans dance to ska, it's like a up.
Well, I think the whole kind of just the feeling of it elevates
yeah, exactly.
Elevate because that's how I feel. I always feel really uplifted.
Up.
Yeah. So when did music start becoming like the sound? You know, moving back to London and you started feeling like the sound of a city. Do you know what I mean? Because I know...
Well, the sounds of the city started for me, probably I remember my sort of like musical awakening being about 9. My personal musical awakening being about 9.
Yeah.
Like I said, my nan's house was literally the centre of the earth to me. It was like Middle Earth. And it very intergenerational. So while there was all this rocksteady reggae and everything going on in the background, all of my younger cousins, my older cousins were also lived there. We're getting into their time. They were teenagers by this stage, so that one was really. It was 1989. One was really into that house thing that was going on. My sister was really into roots reggae. That started happening. A lot of reggae artists were coming over to London, and so. I remember going to, on Clapham Common, after going to Camden Palace, my cousin he was obviously still off his tits, didn't want to come home. So loads of kids just used to congregate on Clapham Common, and it became this really informal, like sort of after party gathering, but it was in the park. And so after church, my nan used to take us down. We used to put down a little blanket. And we used to sit down and watch all these like kids like really off their tits. And I remember thinking, this is
for me.
This is for me. This is where I'm heading. I remember that really clearly.
At 9?
At 9, just thinking this is... Because I remember just sort of getting up and dancing with them and it all being like very like, this is fab. My nan on the little... thing after church dress.
Oh, I love that. What a vision.
Yeah, what a vision. So then I sort of, but then I was also into, I was really into everything.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Because my sister used to take me to all the reggae artists as well. So I met Dennis Brown and Freddie McGregor and all those reggae artists that used to come over and record in the UK. She was really into 12 Tribes and reggae and the reggae dub scene. So
how much older was she?
It just seemed possible. It all seems like she's 15 years older than me, so she was like a young mum.
Right. Okay.
So, and she took me everywhere with her. I don't know how she did that, to be honest.
And do you think that's another thing that, because I think when you're exposed to all that stuff when you're younger, it sinks a lot deeper, doesn't it?
Very deep, yeah, exactly. So it just built the fabric of who I am. It really did, yeah. Everything is built around music.
Yeah, because it's quite an early age to
sort of
feel that you were
have this sense,
that sort of
connected to something. I've just always said it was my nan's was the first experience of this like adult sort of like coming together over music, and then the sort of like off your tits crowd was just like, our music brings a wider body of people together, not just in my nan's house, but it's like this bigger thing of collective. I think it was this thing of collective, this muscle. Everyone comes together in this like big thing. And I've spoken about it a lot, so I won't even go on about it, but it was the first time that like football hooligans, who we were told to fucking cross the road when we saw football tops, they all gathered on Clapham Common, because now everyone was taking ease on the dance floor on Saturday night. So all of those boundaries broke down really quickly. So football hooliganism like dropped off a cliff overnight in 1989, which is that when you think of the power of culture and music to be able to do that, because football hooliganism and racism was so entrenched, it's massive.
Yeah.
So then to see that literally change through music, because people were now dancing together, going to the same clubs on a Saturday, the same young people, it cut across like that. So.
And do you think even at that age you were starting to get a sense of, you know, style in terms of the way people looked?
Oh God, that's all I was obsessed with. I wasn't into fashion. I wasn't into fashion. Fashion, what was fashion? Fashion was for other people. It was rich. It was something that was not accessible to me. But I was always obsessed with what people were wearing and where they were wearing them to, how they would wear it, their little style, how they would style it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't about aspiration. It was about expression. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's such a massive difference, isn't there, between aspiration and expression?
Yeah.
Let's play track 3.
Are we running out of time? Because we've got loads, haven't we? Fucking hell.
Dave Barker, Set Me Free.
Okay, so this is the last one of my granddad's record collection.
Mercy on me, shucks almighty. Now hear me say, it seems I was born to love you, baby. And sometimes I wonder why I love you, baby. You hurt my pride deep down inside. So much wrong, honey, and my love for you just lingers on, baby. Shucks almighty, just like I said before, I'm a prisoner of love. Set me free. Set me free, I've gotta be free. Set me free, baby. I just wanna be free, honey. You hurt my pride, you keep me down, and all the things that I do is wrong, honey, baby. That's why I sing my song, honey. Lord have mercy on a poor boy like me. I'm a prisoner, Lord, I'm a prisoner, baby. Come on, honey. Set me free, set me free. Set me free, baby. I wanna be free. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Set me free, baby. Just like I said once before, that I'm a prisoner of your love, honey. You cheat on me and you lie on me, and now I'm alone, baby. Come on, ooh, set me free. Come on, baby, set me free. Come on, baby, set me free.
Oh, here we go.
Girl,
ready. Buckle up.
This is when the drum and bass starts.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were talking about earlier about thinking about that was produced by Lee Scratch Perry,
Yeah.
like the godfather of
Yeah.
ska and rocksteady.
Yeah.
And
The
we were
Maverick.
talking about them going into the studio and just recording that in like one hit and then leaving like half an hour later.
Oh
Done.
yeah, no, just done.
Yeah.
Just done. Have you seen him in the studio? Have you seen videos of
Yeah.
him? How he
Amazing.
directs them?
Yeah.
Like with just little sounds and clicks and like he
Yeah.
was. I actually met him.
You did?
I
Wow.
did. I went to his house. Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we've got time. Have we, Gary?
Can
Yeah, I
you give us a
did. I met
little,
him.
you know, a little,
Yeah, he's not fucking easy.
really?
No. Be disappointing if he was.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be
that's
really
true.
disappointing if he was
Yeah.
that warm, fuzzy thingy. But I actually knew, because I know complicated Jamaicans from that era, so I
Right.
actually knew how to play it a little bit. And I was there with a German magazine, and he lived in Switzerland at this time. I can't tell you how fucking mental it is to go to Switzerland, a Swiss village, and then drive up through these little Swiss Alps, and then you see like Haile Selassie thing, and you're like, okay, all right. And then him with his like, he had a cake hat, a cat that was a cake, and he was it's like a warlock. He was amazing. He was amazing, but so tricky. And I knew these guys that I was with did not read the fucking room. They did not know how to approach him. You have to, someone like Scratch, you have to approach on your knees a little bit. You have to,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you have to go in, and they just went in their German way straight in, and he kicked them out. Kicked them out.
What,
It was just me left there.
what were you doing there? What was the...
I went to style him as
Right.
in when you don't style Scratch. I just took a load of clothes and just left them there and was like, hope that he'd pick something up, you know. But he was unbelievable. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I got there in the end. I got a big cuddle in the end. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is something I didn't know. I
It
love
was,
that.
Oh yeah, I'll show you the picture after.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
So we were talking about your brother, your sister, your cousins,
Yeah.
all being a bit older than you,
Yeah.
and moving forward into the 80s.
Yeah.
And what kind of, they were going to clubs, they were
So
going
they were
out
going
a
to
lot.
clubs, like different, it was a different, they were all going into different things. The next record that I wanted to play was something that is distinctly, it's not that it's an amazing record, but it symbolises something. It symbolises a very particular UK, Jamaican, Black British experience. So it's Smiley Culture. I don't know if anyone knows Smiley Culture, but Smiley Culture was like a UK toaster MC. He sort of pioneered this new style of MCing, which was very UK, and it spoke about a very particular UK. So it's different to a Jamaican artist. This was like born and bred UK. So I thought it was nice to go from my granddad's records to be like, this is how Jamaica landed, and this is what the artist took from it and created themselves.
And would
And
it
it's
be
funny. It's sort of humorous.
Would it be fair to say it was kind of, it goes into a more dancehall style, or is that?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know exactly when dancehall turns into dancehall. I think apparently it's Tennyson, Ring the Alarm, was
Right.
what is coined the first dancehall record. So I don't know. I think it's when a more digital sound starts
More
coming
electronic.
in. A more electronic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that this would probably still be classed as sort of like reggae, a UK reggae.
And there's a really
But it's
interesting,
funny.
there's
It
an
talks-
interesting story behind this track, isn't there?
Actually, it turns out to be a really tragic story because Smiley Culture ended up getting murdered by the police.
Right.
When he was 46. So actually, it's sort of like weirdly prophetic, but it tells about the stop and search. It tells about the sort of stop and search experience a bit about being a first generation young black man in the UK. So, but it is funny. It is a funny thing. He does this. He had another hit, Cockney Translation, which was. And it was #1, and this was #1, I think.
And I think he was on Top of the Pops
It was on
doing
Top
this.
of the Pops doing
Yeah.
this.
Which
So it
is
was like
quite
a real
amazing, isn't it?
crossover track. and he was translating patois to Cockney. And he was a local boy as well, so we loved him. He was from Streatham, so we were like, yay, Smiley. So I thought it was quite a nice one to play.
Amazing.
Every time I drive me car, police a stop me superstar. Through me drive a Fiat and a Mercel where me lance ya. Some more time I'm go to East and fi check some Cockney. Them a tell produce insurance license and MOT, but me say police officer no give me producer. Police officer no bother give me producer. Police officer no give me producer. Police officer no bother give me producer. To everybody in the dance line I dedicate this style. Whether you are a lawbreaker or you are informer, you could be a PCCID or a inspector. Me no charge for murder, failing to produce is where me charge for. So police officer no give me producer. Police officer no bother give me producer. Cause me a Smiley culture used to drive up a Lancia. And me a drive car from me a teenager. Police officer me is a expert driver. So if you see me say no shout or no holler, no stand up in the road with a torch and try pull me over. Cause if it's a dark night myself you will get run over. No come behind me the road and start flash your flasher. I'll come rev it beside me pan your scooter. Cause me's a man who woulda just drive faster. And when me feel like it, me woulda pull up on a corner. Before you ask any question, me already have a answer. And any answer you get me one, you know it would be farmland. So police officer no give me producer. Police officer no bother give me producer. Police officer no give me producer. Police officer no bother give me producer. I'm where your people's club me pass through Victoria. And through me a entertainer say no tax from me window. As me go through the lights the whole road take over. And as me drive near I could see clear I was a black Mariah. With 6 or 7 plainclothes police officer. Them didn't look the type of police me could give a fiver. First thing that come into my head, good thing me hide me ganja. Next thing that happen them wave, in other words pull me over. I'm coulda do is sigh and shrug me shoulder. And as them approach me start wind down me window. Me I go tell you how me answer. Every question them fire. Whoa, what's the next time? My name's Smiley Culture. Yeah, where do you think you're coming from, lad? From seeing my mother. What's the registration number of the car? Then I can't remember. When you got in the building, son, I can't say recorder. Would you like to have a look? Shave, bloody man, if we ask you answer. Now take the keys out of the car and step out of the motor. Me and my colleagues have got a few questions to ask ya. You'll be on your way as soon as we get an answer. As me come out to the camera, I think of me, I wonder what police officer could want with Smiley Culture. With them touch, them I search the interior. But whatever them looking for, me hiding place superior. But the way them I search, me had to ask them what them I look for. But me try handle them, cause them just handle me closer. Then one draw anchor, put him on palm me shoulder and say, we ain't got no time to waste, we don't think you have neither. Just give us what we want, the real sensei mania. Me never had no chance, me draw out me ganja. As me do that, them start rub them on together. One take, she will put me in the van or in the back of the river. Me say, you can't do that, come in name Smiley Culture. You what did you do that record Cockney translator? In a reggae charts number 1 was its number. More kids love it and so does my mother. Tell you what I'll do, a favour for a favour. Just sign your autograph on this piece of paper. Me cut in shot and me just draw out me parker. And the producer me just sign Smiley Culture. Them never lie, them never bother. Arrest me or take me ganja.
Amazing. Such a clever track, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny. He was funny. Cockney translator. Sorry, Cockney translator was also a really funny one. It's really brilliant. It's
And
very quick. It's like a really fast style.
would you say it was a kind of it felt like the first kind of rap to a certain extent,
Yeah,
didn't it?
It felt like rap. It was a very like responsive. Yeah.
And did he get away with that particular event because he gave
apparently that's a
his,
true
his,
story.
a
Apparently
signature
that's
to
it. It's a true story.
for
Instead
the
of
police and
the
his
police
mum.
officer was a
Amazing.
fan. Yeah.
All right,
So
sticking
there
with
we
the
go.
80s.
Sticking with the 80s.
You do this,
And
I'll do
sticking
that.
with thank you. So sticking with so loosely, this was based on how reggae music sort of landed in the UK and how it affected. This is a track by well, it's not the Specials, it's Funboy 3, who were formerly the Specials. So 2 Jamaicans and the wonderful Terry Hall, who we lost.
Yeah, what was it? 2 years ago now?
A couple of years, probably a bit longer than that now, 2 or 3 years ago. But this is a really good example of how reggae can go somewhere completely different. I have to count the fucking rings. Hold on. What number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll give it a go.
The tequila kicking in now.
Yeah, exactly.
Faith and hope and charity, one for you and one for me. Money doesn't grow on trees, but babies come from ladies.
Another good one. Yeah. Well, when I was listening to that, I was thinking I recognise so many different sounds in there.
Yeah.
But I also can't place it as a.
Wait for me, I'll get the mic.
I can't place it as a genre almost. Do you know what I mean? It's so many things.
Is it post-punk? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, who
totally.
cares? It's just really, it's really British though, isn't it? It's
Very.
really distinctly British.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, look, it's like a great cover. I think it's a great cover. That is really English for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
it's just, it just doesn't feel like that would happen so much in America.
No, definitely not.
Do you know what I mean?
And do you think, because what are we talking about at this age when you were kind of into this? Where are we now, time-wise?
How old am I?
Yeah. When you were kind of starting to get into this, was this an influence from your brother and sister? And
Yeah, this was probably more of an influence from my cousins. My sister was straight 12 Tribes.
Right.
Straight dub. Dennis Brown, all of that sort of scene. my cousin Darren, who is still one of my absolute soulmates, he was more experimental with like his sounds, and it was like, I don't know, I felt like there was Top of the Pops was happening, the Specials was on Top of the Pops. It was like you could access, you know, I don't know. I remember listening to not Eurasia, what's his name? Jimmy Somerville and Alison Moyet. I don't know, I just feel like there was a real sound of the time.
Yeah, very much so.
Felt accessible. It was sort of around. It was just around. So I don't actually know how this came to me exactly, but I remember just feeling it.
Because whenever I talk, even in recent times when I've talked to you about music, this always, Fun Boy 3 always crops up.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think I realised how amazing it was. And the same with Jimmy Summer. I feel the same about Bronski Beat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've realised how it's been. It's only now as an adult that I really understand how amazing it is. I loved it. Always loved it, like the sounds and stuff.
Do you think at the time you took it for granted?
Yeah,
but now
you take it for granted, definitely. And you go back to them, you're like, that's a fucking tune. That is a tune.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? You know, going to see like people like Bowie.
Yeah, exactly. And you see Prince, and you're like, yeah, that was great, loved it. And then when they're gone and there's been no other match since then, you're like, that was beyond insane.
Yeah. Next track, we're going back to Bristol.
Yeah, next track, we're going back to Bristol. This is a Ronnie size. So this is me finding my own feet a little bit in music. So I was about 14, maybe a bit older, because it's sort of drum and bass. I got really into jungles first, and then I matured, and I thought, get a little bit melodic. And so I found Ronnie Size. I think I was maybe about 16 or 17. So this isn't off his big album, Represent. I don't know if it's a 35 or 45. No, it's 45. It's really long though, so we might have to.
I think we'll get the idea.
Yeah. Torture, not dancing to it, isn't it? Torture's like chair dancing. Want to dance?
Maybe
Feel
we
like I'm
should
at a
do this
wedding.
like a standing event in the next
Yeah,
one.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, what I love about that, I love all those kind of swooshy noises in the back, and it feels empty, but it's full at the same
spacey,
time.
but full of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So Ronnie Ties was from Bristol. He was part of the Wild Bunch and Massive Attack and that whole Bristol scene, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then went off and started really sort of pioneering that drum and bass sound.
Do you think for you, was he the first kind of...
It was him. It was Goldie. I mean, it was jungle first because I was going to world dance and all of that sort of stuff. But this is alongside garage, and it was just dance music. I was just really into dance music. I said when I had that epiphany in my church dress on the blanket, and I was like, this is a bit of me.
Yeah.
It was sort of always dance music.
Yeah.
There was other stuff. There was always reggae. There was always like soul. There was always all of these other things. But my personal direction was always dance music, which is how I ended up working at Plastic, I guess. You know, Plastic People.
Which goes very nicely into
It was
talking
a good
about
segue. It was
Plastic People.
Yeah.
Now, some people described it as the perfect club. Would you?
Yeah,
concur
wholeheartedly
with that?
agree, of course.
And
Concur.
in what way do you feel? What was it that
I
made it the perfect
I learned
club?
so much from Ade. I had the privilege of working for a boss that was full of integrity, made zero compromise for any commercial wins. He was completely rigorous about the quality of music, but completely massive in what that meant. So there wasn't any genre that he also didn't like, but the quality he insisted upon, in the same way that he insisted upon the quality of the sound, in the same way that he insisted upon the quality of, and he did all of that without it being pretentious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so the club was built around everything was optimized for the sound. So
because wasn't it like sound down the walls almost?
It was just the speakers were amazing. I mean, where's Paul? There you go. It was like, it wasn't sound down the walls, it was sound around, sort of all at the front. But exactly, sort of built into the event and into the venue, and it was dark. There was no purpose to go there to see other people like flex. It was just literally to listen to the music. And he also didn't take the audience or the people coming for idiots. He assumed that you were there to enjoy music. So he took on a Saturday night in Curtin Road when everyone else is playing bangers, club bangers, and filling the floors and getting there, paying their rent. He put on a night called Balance where it was him DJing, and he would play, Ethiopian jazz and some, mixed in with other sort of like really random things. And there'd be 10 people on the dance floor, 10 dedicated, absolutely,
You being one of
completely
them.
absorbed. Yeah.
And you were
It was
telling
one of my
me-
best nights to work.
Yeah, I read somewhere that you were an energy maker.
Who said that?
I read that somewhere, that you were
Is that
described
true?
as an energy maker in that environment. Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
don't know if I can take that credit. That's a pretty lofty title.
yeah,
I'm not
isn't
sure.
it? Isn't it?
I'm not
Come
sure.
on, I mean, the way things are going tonight. I can-
Yeah.
So would you have described, I mean, as your spiritual kind of, you know,
Yeah, it was
like the church thing?
It was an honour to work there. It was a real honour and a privilege to work for Ade, and it was an honour and a privilege to work alongside people. I worked on a night. I worked a lot there, but there was one night called Forward. That was so this is my other segue into like how reggae music has like sort of like been the fork of many of these other sounds. And Forward was a night that was put on by this Sarah, who was amazing, and pioneered by this kid from Croydon, where I grew up, called Scream, who was a sort of a prodigy. Scream and Benga, they were, I don't know, 17 maybe at the time, and they were doing this thing called dubstep, and Forward was amazing. And that's what I mean. Ade Plastic People broke. I mean, James Blunt was there, James Blake.
Yeah,
Skepta, all of those grime kids used to come down, and when they were literally kids, and just watch and just take it in, and it just he gave the opportunity for a lot of people to find their feet, you know. And it's amazing.
Can you tell everyone about the thing you were telling me about him playing a Tracy Chapman?
That was A-side, yeah.
Right.
So it was you know, he took risks on there. He took risks with the music that he played, like I said. And all the DJs knew that they could take risks there because they trusted that the people were going to go with them. You know what I mean? It wasn't taking the audience for idiots. You don't just want to hit like the club bangers. You know that you were going to take them on the journey, and you trusted them to go with you. And one night it was a busy. I don't even know if it was a co-op night maybe or something. It was a busy night. It's really busy. And my friend A-side was playing, and he dropped Tracy Chapman Fast Car. Which is, most people could agree it's an amazing song, right? But most people have only ever heard it on radio, car radio, Smooth FM, whatever. You only hear it at a certain level. Never in my life heard it in a club. And everyone stopped, and I wasn't the only one who started crying. It was like hearing it for the first time and really hearing what she was saying. It was unbelievable, and that's what Plastic did. It took risks, and it insisted on people taking risks, and it gave people space to fuck up and to try and to it was an amazing place.
And you met some great people there, like Benji B and Virgil.
But all of the Judah, Paul, Dean Blunt. So, you know, all of them, we were all knocking about. It was like a youth club.
And do you think that that's, you know, in terms of being a fashion designer and your label, do you think that experience there at Plastic People was the kind of the birthplace?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was where it all formed. Everything landed. It all landed, and then I went to go and work in members bars after that, which was totally different experience, which is about community in a different way. But in terms of that musical sort of like full circle, it came back to Plastic, and it's sort of I arrived. I knew exactly where I was with music, and I wasn't in one genre or another. It was just it was sort of everywhere.
And had you started studying fashion at this point?
I'd finished. I'd just graduated when I started at Plastic. I started working at Plastic about 2002.
Okay.
And I finished in 2007.
Right.
Yeah, and then went to work at Blacks.
And you know, you were talking about working at Blacks and talking about characters, and we touched on this earlier.
Nuts.
And one of the things I loved about working for you, and I think the most fun we ever had, was the people that used to come for the casting. Yeah. And
random. Right. Yeah.
But
do you remember when we got all the old blokes? I was like, I want really old blokes. We had to get them to dance, and but we all had to dance, so they didn't feel stupid. So we were all like, it was brilliant.
I met the best people.
Yeah.
Working for you.
Yeah.
The best people.
Because it's that thing, isn't it, where it's about trust. It's not about a model, because it's not about people that know that they're gorgeous already. It's about you seeing a beauty in someone and getting them to believe it. But it's a process, and you know when it lands. Do you know what I mean? You know when it lands in them, they're like, I believe you and I trust you. I know I'm wearing 6 wigs and I know I've got lipstick all over and I know I'm wearing a pair of heels and underwear and I'm, you know, a straight boy from Hackney, but I trust you. I think I look good too.
But you're good at doing that. You're good at reeling people in. You know what I mean?
But I mean it. I
know you do. It's very authentic.
I mean it, yeah.
And you're giving people the space to go, well, I've never done this before, but you're making them feel like
I feel like I can.
Yeah.
And they're always really proud of themselves. That's the amazing thing.
Yeah.
You feel like people get, that's why, honestly, that's the main motivation. I can feel when people believe it, and it means it's like they're seeing themselves for the first time. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why we work well together, because I remember so many times when you say to me, "Can you go and convince him to do?"
So we're thinking 3 wigs, 1 blue. I don't want to tell him. Do you think you can have a word?
That was always so much fun.
It's fun.
Anyway, going back.
Moving on.
Going back to Plastic People.
So going back to plastic.
We're talking track 7.
We're talking track 7.
Which
this
is
second to last. Don't worry, you're nearly done, guys. So this is a dubstep tune. And it's great.
So this is
Marla, Lean Forward, and this would have been a forward. I don't know if this is post forward night track actually, but I'm 3 tequilas in. Don't ask me too many questions from here on in.
Excellency, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie.
mean, talking about dubstep, I think it'd be really interesting just to kind of delve a bit deeper into what you think makes up dubstep, because it's quite a specific genre, isn't it?
Yeah, I
You know?
Well, it's just drum and bass, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the drum and it's the bass.
And then you've got
And
those
it's sort
quite
of-
heavy reggae
Yeah,
influences.
very,
Yeah.
exactly, like deep rolling things. But again, I just remember Forward. I used to go off. The Forward nights were crazy.
Because something I asked you
remember,
earlier.
Paul? Those Forward nights were
Something I
mad.
asked you earlier about if people would, if it was a drug environment, and you said it wasn't.
Not at all.
And that was.
Paul, was it a drug environment?
And I just want to.
I'm getting back up here. It was not at all. You didn't, and that makes it sound really dry. It wasn't dry. It was the opposite of dry, but it just was not part of the culture there at all. Not that that's a problem. Plenty of wonderful clubs where they're very much part of the culture. This was a wonderful club, and that was just not part of the culture. And I don't know if it was because the focus was so much on the music, it wasn't like getting messy. I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was. And the irony is that when the council came down on Ade for drugs, and you're like, in the one fucking club in East London that probably has a zero, and it wasn't even like a zero tolerance.
It just was not needed.
It just wasn't needed.
Yeah.
It just wasn't part of it. Plenty of people were smoking weed, but I mean that doesn't count. Surely that does not count. Doesn't count. But like it wasn't. But the I've yet to match. No, that's not true. I've matched it. I matched it in different ways. But the energy on that dance floor when the people, the sound, the vibe it was literally you dissolved into a mass organism.
Oh,
that was quite sexy. But it did. At its best, like any club, at its best, you dissolve, don't you? You don't. You become one of many. When everything is perfect, when all the conditions are perfect, which can happen. That is why clubbing is so euphoric, right? When it's like going to just like being a church, because you know that there's it makes you believe in something greater than yourself.
higher power.
A higher power. You're not an individual anymore. You know, it's about community and a real togetherness. Yeah, and that's why Acid House and that whole movement was so phenomenal and swept through the country, because it was like it was something profoundly spiritual, really, for young people to find each other. That's it.
And we were talking earlier about trying to pick 8 tracks. I mean, how hard was that?
Fucking impossible. Impossible.
We were backwards and forwards so many times over that.
Yeah. I kept it from my granddad's records and tried to go that journey, so at least it would sort of have a little story. But then the last track that I want to play is just a great song.
Would you say this last track is kind of, where would you put it in terms of does it come into your top 5?
I can't, Gary.
Please, come on.
I can't.
No?
No way, I can't do that.
Okay.
Can you?
No.
No. I can't do that. I cannot do that.
In terms of being in a club, having this kind of spiritual experience, because I think this track's huge.
It's huge. Yeah. In terms of like seeing God, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was after.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I've seen God a few times.
Okay, let's get it on.
Listening to this one.
Give me this. That felt like a spiritual experience.
That was hard to keep my ass on this chair.
Matt, get another tequila. Let's put one more track on. Would you say that was like deep house, new disco?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
We didn't even introduce it.
No, sorry. It's Alice Smith, Love Endeavour. It's fucking great. It's so good. I don't know what it is. Paul, what is it? I keep going to you. What is it? I don't know. No, I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, it's just a special track.
It's just special, isn't it? It's a remix. It's the Maurice Fulton remix, but and the actual original sounds nothing like it. It's a great song as well, but it sounds nothing like it. So, but the remix has something. Yeah. I don't know where it falls.
Yeah, amazing, 8 incredible tracks, Martine.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Matt, we got time for a couple of questions.
How did you get hold of that Mala record? So it was.
Oh, it's a cheat. It's a deviation.
So it's Benji that
it's
gave
Benji.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm not like a boy focused, DJ rummager. I take what I'm given.
Yeah.
And enjoy it at home.
And I mean, I'm sure you would have seen this, but what I love, because I used to go to Plastic People too. And,
did you?
Yeah, I did.
Wait,
yeah,
what
yeah.
nights?
I would go to Forwards.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And I used to watch.
It used to go off at Forwards.
Amazing. And sometimes there was only 10 people there.
That's
too.
what I mean. Yeah,
it's insane.
It sort of didn't matter. It didn't change the quality of the night.
Yeah,
depending on how many people, because there would be 10 really focused people.
100%. And often.
Or 1,000 really. Well, actually the capacity was only 250, so it was small.
Yeah. I mean, this is more of a statement, I suppose. What I'm about to say. The question is, what was amazing of those 10 people? 9 of them would be your favourite DJ watching their favourite DJ.
Yeah. No, I know.
Just like mind blowing. And then giving dub plates to their favourite.
Yeah.
So Ben UFO would be giving dub plates to Mala, and
Yeah,
Mala
exactly.
would come and see Scream and vice versa.
Yeah,
so
they had fan over. I remember James Blake just being this incredibly tall, really shy, sort of mute, watching it all.
Yeah, amazing.
So sweet.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it was more of a statement than a question.
Yeah.
That's it. But I think I'm conscious some people have to go back to London, so maybe we should wrap it up. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Martine, always a pleasure and an absolute honour to be in your company. So much fun. So much fun.
Feelings mutual, Gary Gill.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Big round of applause for Martine Rose. And I'd just like to say a few thank yous. Jeremy Duffy, the owner of Faith in Strangers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Matt, my partner in crime, Sound Values.
Thank you, Matt.
And thanks to support Maxine Leonard from Beauty Papers, Laura Conway, Creative Blood, Karen Exley, Emma Thomas, and Jasmine and Elizabeth for helping us out today. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for coming.
That's it. Oh. Let's go. That's it. He wants to dance.